Alright, so here's the turn for this turn. Cast Dark Knowledge. Yes, it was a Well of Pestilence. Completed Construction 1. I'm on my way to Construction 2. Loan Repayment Officer has found a Cave of the Pale Ones. There was a battle in Jotunheim. So just to show you how it turned out, huh? In hindsight, though, I should have put these barbarians farther back, but whatever. Because they filter through pretty quick. Cast Phoenix Power, no. Safe. Accidentally hit some friendly fire. No, the usual. Flame darts coming out. Actually, wait, fireflies? You think they do fire darts? That's like way better. Mango bolts is alright. Oh yeah, air elementals. Oh yeah, fire elementals too, which is not so good actually. I'd rather they had not summon those. Crippled? Oh, he can't move. You're berserk. Hiya. Dun 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 dun. Copyright. Let's see. Oh yeah, leaders come to the Pale Ones, inciting them against your rule. Oh, so that's why this thing happened. Which didn't go so well for them, but because my god happened to be there. Also, Cold Dominion probably doesn't help them that much. Not fall asleep. Yeah, there you got 15. You have 15 encumbrance. Not so good. So I was going to think this would be a closer battle than it is, but I forget that Pale Ones have terrible stats. So yeah, he's got a loan repayment officer. He's collecting, as it were. But he's got good stats, but I don't know. He's having a hard time hitting them for some reason. Yeah. Oh yeah, he had 11 damage. No, he doesn't really swing that often. Is the thing. Kills another one. Armies of Gartha are routed. So he kills like a couple of them, and that's the end of that. It's funny though because this is registered as actual Agartha, and Agartha's in this game. So I wonder if he sees this. Yeah, he killed 3 guys. It's alright, I guess. Doesn't. Oh yeah, and he got an experience star out of it. So that's cool. Let's see. I'm moving in here to site search. Usual. Should probably retract this message I sent Agartha because that was a random event. Let's see. He moved his massive stack back here, so it does look like he's going to war with Agartha. Smormu and Blackrock are just patrolling as usual, catch scouts. These guys are moving here. The siege is going slowly. Zabalba seems to have vultured pretty much all of Jotunheim's stuff, which annoys the shit out of me because I wanted that stuff, but now I can't get it unless I go to war with him. And I don't think that's going to be a fun time because he's got stealth units and can go underwater. And he has the advantage in terms of underwater mobility because I have 0 counterplay, aside from Undead, which I don't really have right now. So unless I want to take a stacks of reanimate for Undead, then it's not really worth it. Where is reanimate anyway? like Draugrs. I guess I could just spam Draugrs and try to kill him that way, but he still has death magic himself, so he could just cast Dust to Dust until they freaking die. Well, construction. Yeah, I could do reanimation for like 30 bajillion times, but it's not really worth it unless I'm absolutely desperate for underwater chaff because I don't have any water magic. So maybe, but it's not going to be a fun time. I prefer to go to war with Phlegra or Marignon compared to Zabalba at the moment. But then again, they are a blood nation, so it's not going to be fun to wait. I mean, I can't really. I have no counterplay with them underwater, and so they no doubt have all of this because I know their cap is. I have no idea where their cap is. It's probably up, like I don't know, here somewhere. I know they tend to start in forests or in caves, so it's probably up here. I don't know. Point is that they're if they take. I'm gonna keep an eye if they take Tower of Heaven. And yeah, I agreed to a nap with both Marignon and Phlegra, so I'd rather not betray either of them. But then again, I'd also like to have all this turf here, and Phlegra has it, so I'd rather side with Marignon over Phlegra. I mean, I just end the nap, but I'm not going to do it now. It's going to be stupid. I definitely want these underwater provinces, though, because if I can start to get underwater provinces, I'll be able to take more of them. Maybe not easily or well, but I'll be able to do it. But I have to wait for, like, Water 3 for that. It's not going to be easy. Like, Ursalka, it doesn't help me. Vanarus, can't do it, because I think you need to cast it on a friendly underwater province. And if you didn't, then yeah, it wouldn't matter much. They just get stabbed to death. Send Bivouac is probably what I want, but again, Water 4, I do not have water access. So yeah, unfortunate. Naiad Warriors is probably the easiest way to actually get good troops underwater, I think. I don't remember if they're amphibious or not. But they should be one way of doing it. Sea Trolls is also a way, which is probably more consistent, honestly. But again, Water 3, I don't have water access at all, pretty much, except on these ladies. So I'm hoping she randoms Water 2. Not that it's great, but it's easier to boost the Water 3 for Water 2 than Water 1. So we'll see. If my inability to recruit scouts is also really messing with me because I can't resupply these mages with gems because they burnt all of them. So, but hey, I did win the battle, so that's what matters. As for anything else, I took relatively few losses in terms of. I mean, I lost Berserkers and some Herdmen and an Oathbound, but I kept and most of my Barbarians. But other than that, not many losses. That was just the province defense. I might just siege them out because I have a feeling they went AI. It's just I'm not certain, but I have a feeling. So yeah, we'll see. As for Phlegra, I have no idea how I'm going to kill Phlegra. They have like massive amounts of chaff, and I need a chaff grinder. So until I hit like a critical mass of dudes casting Thunderstrike, I don't see it working out. Other than that, I mean, they're tyrants. They have the means of like just super combating through my Thunderstrike spam because they could just forge a copper plate and maybe a ring of tame lightning, and then they're golden, which is a problem because I mean, I can cast fire magic, but they're already resistant to fire. And cold damage I don't really have access to, and they can resist that too because they get water on their Cyclopses. So the only real way I can like counter their spam is with death like just Horde of Skeletons spam, or I could try and use Blood Magic, which I have limited research in at the moment. And I don't, because like Spine Devils, maybe they'd be okay, but I don't really have any Blood 2 mages. That's the problem. All of my mages are Blood 1, and Blood 1 is not a fun place to be. I mean, I could Sabbath into better stuff, but all of this stuff is mostly rituals. Like, Devils would be okay. Frost Fiends would definitely be good. In fact, I'd argue would be preferable. Serpent Fiend. Hellfire would be alright, actually. Maybe. It's not a great spell, is the problem. I mean, it's AoE 3, which is good, so... But it's, not that good. Yeah, so if I need a Chaff Grinder, I'd probably have to go for something like Shimmering Fields. Ground Army is pretty high up in the research tree, and he probably doesn't have enough air magic to easily cast Thunder Ward, or at least good enough to make it good. So we'll see. Thunder Fend is pretty far away, yeah. So I think it's a combination of, I don't know, poison, cold, and air damage would be the best solution. Like I said, there's not that many good ways of dealing with this. Earthquake would be okay, actually, because I could cast Mass Flight eventually. The problem is I don't have my only Earth 4 caster is one Repayment Officer. Yeah. If I have to kill his thugs, I'm definitely gonna have to kill his Flagrant Tyrants. I'm definitely gonna have to build thugs to do it. Banes might be alright for that, although that's not really easy to summon. Firestorm would be not very good. Shimmering Fields, also not very good because of how demanding it is. Ice Strike, no. Acid Storm can't cast. Well, I can, but with great difficulty. Murdering Winter doesn't help me. Rain of Stones would be okay, I think. Maybe. If he casts protection buffs, it would be worthless, and he probably will. Stygian Rains doesn't help me, because I don't have magic weapons. Cloud of Death, no. But Wind of Death would be good. Yeah, Wind of Death would be quite good, actually. And I can cast this. So I want to go for that. Wind of Death and Wailing Winds. Because I know that Wind of Death will completely destroy their stuff, and it won't affect my guys as much. At least comparatively speaking, because they're elves and stuff. Elves have very high max ages. And I think Chud and Herdmans do too. Yeah, 100. Yeah, it's not as good, actually. Yeah, max age 50, so they're less effective. But if I was really doing that, I'd just spam Draugr until, next week, and then we'll just see what happens after that. Also, I did manage to random the Death 1 Air 3 mage, so I think Wailing Winds and stuff is definitely what I'm going to go for. It's not easy to cast by any means, but it's possible. And that's the important part. Although I will need someone who to random Death 2, or to Empower, which is not going to be fun, because, look at these guys, they're never going to random Death 2, so I just have to roll the dice on my Venomogs, and it's not going to be easy. I have a 1 in 4 chance of actually getting what I want. So I could just start recruiting more Venomogs now, and honestly wouldn't even be that bad of an idea. I would prefer to have a lot of sages just because I need more mages in general. Because I only have like 2 forests, assuming I win this battle. So yeah, not easy. And these guys, if I can't remember, can't even really random death. Yeah, they're only elemental mages. So yeah, if I want death too, I'm basically stuck with empowering or I don't know, what is the cost of empowering? Empower death to 30 gems. Yeah, no, that's not worth it at all. So yeah, I'm just better off recruiting Vanabogs. So after this next stage, I'll just recruit another Vanabog probably. Just for financial reasons mostly. I can't afford recruiting Vanabogs turn after turn. I was thinking about replacing some of my Berserkers with Herdmen, but they're really expensive on the recruitment points front. And I'm kind of recruitment point locked right now. Although there are better troops, so. But yeah, you get like 1 less of them for way more resources. But if I am going Winds of Death, it's probably best to transition more into Chud units now than later. Oh, expensive though in recruitment points. I'm still wondering why there's no Chud normal units, but like over here. Never mind that. Yeah, but see, 99 gold, they're very expensive, and you get 1 less of them too. And if I'm going to be fighting giants, well, fighting giants is a weird thing because like you want really good units, but at the same time you want them to have high attack. You don't want your good units to have good protection because a giant will just smash them flat regardless of their protection, like pretty much most of the time. So yeah. Other than that though, next turn I'm probably gonna. I'm thinking that I can get my Vanabox to thug into killing his tyrants, but it's not an easy sell because lightning damage is not effective because they can just build armor, and if I build AP weapons, then I mean that's generally effective, but it runs into other problems because like I'm basically gonna have to turn these guys into defense stacks if they have any hope of actually hitting anything, and these guys aren't cheap, Like maybe I can use this guy as a thug because he's got the paths for okay, but like I don't know, it's not good. If I had a better scenario, I turn like I don't know mounted commanders or like I guess like hearses because they got better stats. I give them like a chainmail of displacement. They'd be able to do it. Or Chud Jarls, they'd actually be alright. They got good strength, good stats. Give them a chainmail of displacement and great sword of sharpness. I'd be able to kill them, but it would take a while. It would be easy. I'd have to give them like I don't know fire resistance or something, just in case they have like Phoenix Pyre. Which is, immediately it's racking up the cost of this because that's 5 gems for the sword, like another 10 gems for 5 to 10 gems for the chainmail displacement because they got no magic, and another probably 5 gems for fire resistance rings. I mean, I could probably make them helmets instead, but it's not amazing. Probably the helmet's actually better, just because I don't have to worry about giving them headgear then. So I'll probably do that instead. Then again, I am sending these guys in to kill a very specific target, so it's not like I need them to survive. Although I would very much like them to. This gem income is not amazing. I got +3 per month in a couple places, and that's it. I'm probably going to recruit Vidyanas or Vedmas for the next couple turns, and then swap back to Vidyans, just because I think their paths are more useful. But I need water magic for just versatility, really, and be able to play underwater games. Otherwise, I'm stuck just spamming reanimate, and it's not a fun time. Reanimate is, yeah, it's not good. It's not terrible, but it's not good either. Getting specters eventually would be nice, but we'll see how long that takes. I can summon Liko soon, which is funny. I definitely might summon a few, if only because they're effectively scouts, and I need scouts really badly. And Draugrs I can't cast right now because I don't have Death 2. Lamashta's Jade Beasts. Bane Lords I would like to, eventually, only because I can cast summon them and use them as thugs. I can give them wing shoes, kill basically anything if I give them Axes of Hate eventually. Or alternatively, I could, I don't know. No, yeah, wing shoes and 2 Axes of Hate will kill basically any super combatant out there, and just give them more armor depending on and accessories depending on what you're fighting. And I can build wing shoes, I think. And Axes of Hate I can build too. But I would like a Spectre eventually just for more consistent death access. Mountain Fiends are fine too because of the priest levels. But yeah, that's kind of that.